Welcome, 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 guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Super excited to be here as always. I love, love, love my job. Okay. So as always, you guys know what I teach you guys. I teach you guys about frequency. I teach you guys about manifestation. I teach you guys about transforming your life, the importance of healing yourself. And today we're going to be talking about aura holes, chakra blockages, and money magnetism. Okay, that's what we're specifically going to be talking about today. I need you guys to come on in and show out. You guys know what to do. Okay, I'm live on both platforms, and it really, really helps me when you guys are showing your love on the lives. Okay, so again, we're going to be talking aura holes. Okay, chakra blockages, and money magnetism. Okay, specifically money today. All right. All right. So, what is your aura, right? Your aura is, again, that first line of defense for the nervous system, but it's also your electromagnetic field. It is broadcasting, right? It's literally broadcasting your frequency to the quantum field. Okay. So, whatever is going on within your being, whatever you are, whatever is programmed into you is being broadcasted through the aura. So this is why it's so important that I talk about that healing, the healing, those distortions, those holes in the aura, because when that information is broadcasted, you want it to be broadcasted through a clear lens, if you will, right? Strong signals, strong connection. And you want it to be the information that you choose, that you actually desire. You don't want to be manifesting things that you don't want, right? You don't want to be manifesting through the lens of the traumatized person, right? Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about, how your aura holes are creating those chakra blockages, right? Okay, and how that is affecting your ability to create abundance and wealth now, your ability to basically call in, attract abundance to you. Because remember, once you shift your frequency, right, it comes to you. You don't have to try hard. It literally comes to you. Okay. So why is that? Because money too is a frequency. Everything is a frequency. Your voice is a frequency. Your thoughts are a frequency. Your walk is like everything about you. Your walk, everything is a frequency, right? And so money is a frequency, a vibration of exchange. Okay, a vibration of exchange. Okay, so if you remember, the 3D is a mirror. It's a mirror. Okay. So if you don't like what you see out here, make sure you guys are showing out. The first goal is 16K. Please do not just come and sit and absorb energy, guys. Thank you in advance. Make sure you guys are showing out in the lives. We need shares on the board. I need you guys showing out. Okay. All right. Do we have a deal type deal in the comments? Okay. Do we have a deal type deal in the comments? This is the type of information that we need to push. Okay, people all over need to hear this information. Okay, do we have a deal? I need your assistance. Okay, all right. Now, when your field is balanced, okay, money is naturally attracted to you. Well, I'm going to say this. You're going to get the amount of abundance that you feel worthy of having. So everybody is experiencing abundance, but some people are experiencing abundance on a higher level, I should say. You get what I'm saying? So your baseline for abundance may be, let's just say we were talking jobs, right? You may feel worthy of $50,000 a year. Somebody else may be worthy of $20,000 a year. How do I know that? Because that's what they're attracting. Okay. The moment you, okay, are coming coming from a balanced field, right? Are attracting from a balanced field. You've done some healing, some self-worth, some self-love. Then what you will see is a reflection of that self-worth. Okay, so the more work you do on yourself, the more you value yourself, the more you begin to love yourself, and your self-worth increases. Okay, and that too will have a reflection, be reflected in the abundance that you attracting your life. Okay, so when it's fragmented, like I said, those holes in your aura, okay, this is going to impact, okay, that abundance that you can attract, because it's almost going to be like static blocks. Okay, but literally I always say that the auras are like those invisible walls that you don't see when you're trying to manifest certain things. So say you are someone who's trying to call abundance into your life. All right. You're trying to call abundance into your life. And for some reason, you can only make a certain amount. You're like, what is happening? I work this amount of jobs. I work this. I still don't have this money in my bank. I don't know what's going on. I'm still broke. Well, what's happening there is we need for basically your traumas to be resolved, because the signal, the information that is being sent to the universe, okay, through the auras, is telling the universe that maybe you don't feel safe with lots of money, or maybe you don't feel worthy of having abundance. Okay, make sure you guys are showing out. Okay, first goal is 16K. All right, let me see you guys continue to show out in the line so I can get back started. Okay, make sure that you guys are tapping the screen. If you are live with me on YouTube here, make sure that you guys give a thumbs up and tap the heart for me. Okay, all right. Thank you guys in advance. Okay, so it's basically, you have to understand that what you are attracting to yourself when it comes to money is what your nervous system feels safe with having. Okay, does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Meaning, you can decide a certain number. You can say, oh, I want $1 million, right? But if your nervous system doesn't feel safe having it, you're not going to receive it. Or if you receive it, you're going to lose it. Okay. So what does your nervous system feel safe with having? And if you understand that your nervous system may not feel safe, okay, with having abundance, think about it like this. Do you trust yourself with money? Do you feel like if you received 25,000 real quick, can you flip that? Can you do something with that $25,000 besides waste it? Besides spend it? Ask yourself right now, right? What would you do with if somebody just dropped 25,000 off to you real quick? What are you going to do? Pay your debt? Okay, go shopping. What are you going to do? Right? Okay, would you know how to handle $100,000 real quick, just dropped in your lap? What would you do? What would your plan be? Okay. If you don't have a clue, those are signs, okay? That if you say, oh, I'm going shopping, I'm going this, and it's all about spend, spend, spend. These are real clues, okay? That you're not ready for that abundance. Okay. Because when I'm talking these things, I'm not talking about just tapping into abundance for a temporary time and then, oh, you're broke again. That's not what I'm talking here. I'm talking about being able to shift your entire lifestyle. Shift the entire lifestyle. You understand? Meaning that means abundance will be your permanent life. That will be in your life permanently. Okay? So the only way you're going to do that and be able to do that, meaning maintain the vibration, right? Of having your nervous system feeling safe. Okay. All right. Not just for a moment, but your nervous system actually feeling safe. Feeling safe. Okay. All right. When you do that, that's when you see the 3D shift. Okay. That's when the 3D will begin to shift. Not just, oh, you get a chunk of money and then, you get to spend that, and then now that it's gone, you got to go and chase some more. See, your 3D isn't really shifting. You may be acquiring more material things. You may be doing things like that. But if your world isn't shifting, okay, then that will give you a clue that you're not quite where you want to be. If you always have to look for money, like a bad, if I could just get $500 here, that'll help me this month. And next month, you're like, dang, if I could just get $1,000. If you're always having to do that, you're not where you want to be. That means you've got to do some leveling up energetically. That's what it's saying. Your norm is no longer where you're at. If you're always desiring more, that's telling you you need to expand. That's exactly what it's telling you. Okay? All right. Is this making sense thus far? Give me a thumbs up. If not, if you have any questions, please put it in the comments. I will try my best to answer. Okay? I will try my best to answer. All right. So those aura holes are energy breaches, right? Basically, energy breaches, distortions. Here was a clear signal, right? You're supposed to have a clear signal, right? But look at this. Look at these distortions. Look at these breaches in your frequency, right? In your energy. Okay? And what are those leaks caused by? Trauma, emotional trauma, all types of trauma. Remember, each aura has a specific job. You have your etheric aura, you have this one governs basically your safety, your security, your foundation, all of that. Then you got your emotional body aura, you have your mental body aura, you have all these different auras that's receiving information, receiving information here, recording the information, keeping track of the information, right? Having a chain reaction on the chakras, which then is having a chain reaction on the organs, everything, the nervous system, everything. All of this stuff is connected. And it starts with your unresolved traumas. It starts with your unresolved traumas. Okay? Betrayal, grief. I'm just giving other examples. Abuse. Okay? Stress, chronic stress. Right? Okay? All of these are examples of traumas. Body shaming. You guys have been with me when I go through the list. Right? Let's see. What else? Not having your basic needs met. Right? Being bullied, picked on, violated, having to bounce around from home to home, criticized, religious dogma, spiritual abuse. There's so many things that is traumatic for people. And what's even crazier is what's traumatic for me may not be traumatic for you. So we're all different in that sense too. We're all affected in different ways. Okay. All right. And so common signs that you have holes in your aura. Okay, listen up. All right. Here's some. Hey, sweet daddy. Hey, sweet daddy. Okay. We have all of these auras, guys. And if you're seeing more of the purple, it depends on if it's a vibrant purple or if it's a dull purple. I don't know what your situation is, but that is the crown chakra. That's going to be that crown chakra. Okay. Here are some signs, all right, that you may have some holes in your aura, which means that you may have some unresolved trauma. Okay, because today we're talking about money. So listen up. All right. We're talking about being that money magnet today. So listen up. Okay. If you always feel drained after interactions with people, how many of you guys feel drained after being in like social environments or being around people? Yes. Okay. Right. Okay. All right. What if that's one sign? Okay. That's one sign. Let me write it on the board. Okay. Okay. Drained after meeting up with people, right? What if you manifest inconsistently? Your manifestations are inconsistent, you feel like there's sometimes where you're doing things great, things are working out for you, everything's good, and then other times it's like, what the heck? Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay? These are clues, okay? These will be clues for you to look out for. Okay? Those quick highs and sudden drops, that's a clue. Okay? If you ever feel off, like even when things are going well, you're like, something's off. Like something's not right. Okay? That's a sign. Okay? If money comes to you, but it doesn't stay, oh yeah, that's a sign. An example of this is anyone living paycheck to paycheck. If you live paycheck to paycheck, money comes to you, you spend it, and now you're waiting for more. Did you know that? Yeah. You're stuck in a money loop. Okay. All right. These are things that we have to look at, right? These are things they don't talk about in school. Who wants to have to continuously wake up and have to chase money every single week? Nobody. That's not what you came here for. Okay. And most of the time we've been taught, okay, we want to make more money. We want to increase our abundance. Guess what? We got to now go out and find another job or we got to work more hours, or we got to work 2 jobs, right? Okay. Well, it's not about going outside of yourself. Okay. It's about shifting within. So what did you experience as a child? What limiting beliefs did you have? Okay, were you always in the store asking mama and papa for something? Let me give you an example of how you become programmed. Okay, let me give you an example. And the moment you become programmed, that is that's what's running the show. Meaning like this: if you never changed your program from age 7, you're still operating off of that program. You're still seeing life through that lens. Okay, let me give you an example. Little child, 4 years old, goes to the grocery store with mama and papa, or the store, whatever. And they see something. They're like, oh my gosh, I want that. They point to it. And mama and papa's like, no, you can't have that, right? No, don't ask me for anything. This is a little kid, 4 years old. They don't know anything about anything. Definitely don't know anything about bills. Going to the store again. I need you guys showing out, guys. Okay? If you guys stop, you know what? I got to stop in the middle of my teachings. Okay, I really want to stay in the flow. That helps the class. Okay? Beautiful things come out of my mouth when I can stay in the flow. But when you guys stop, TAPPING, that tells the platforms that this live isn't good, so they'll stop pushing it. Okay. All right. Do we have a deal, guys? Type deal in the comments. The goal is 100K. Let me see where we at. I'm scared to look. Okay. We at 11. We got a ways to go. All right. Do we have a deal? Type deal in the comments. I am having a free Zoom for the things that I can't say on here. Today at 11:30 a.m. if anyone wants to tap in with that. Let me show you how to do that. Okay, you can go there. You can fill out this form here, or you can join via the code right here. Okay, guys? I'm going to show you the code. Take a screenshot. 11:30 a.m. Eastern. I'm on the East Coast. So that's in an hour and a half. Take a screenshot and you can just enter there that way. Got it? It's a free workshop. I teach mindset, frequency, all of this stuff. But, you know, I just got out of TikTok. Okay. I just talk about this stuff. So I can't obviously talk about everything that I want to. So now I do my talks on Zoom. If you are with me on, you guys can look at the description. Look in the description and you guys will have what you need there. And you too can utilize this, okay? Yeah, exactly. Because you know I be on here every day. Okay, all right. But the divine is trying to push me where I need to be. That's all. Leading me, guiding me. Let's get back into this, okay? All right. So, the little girl, she goes to the store with Mama and Papa for the second time. Okay, she goes to the store with Mama and Papa, and when she goes to the store, she says, "Oh my gosh, I want that. Can I have that?" And Mama and Papa says, "Stop asking me for things. I cannot afford it." Okay, all I'm doing is coming in here for one thing. Do not ask me for anything else. Right? All right. Make sure that you guys, grab that because that's going to be the quickest way. All right. Make sure you guys screenshot that and tap in that way. Okay. Tap in that way. An hour and a half, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Give me a thumbs up when you got it. That's going to be the easiest way. You understand? You dig? I see you guys are looking at the bio. But that's going to be the easiest way. I don't know. And I'm not here to even try to figure it out. I talk my talk on Zoom. On there. Okay? All I do is talk this stuff. So it's obviously something that is hitting the nail in the coffin. You dig what I'm saying? Okay? You dig what I'm saying? East Coast, an hour and a half, guys, hour and a half. Okay, so the little girl, third time, goes to the store, asks Mama and Papa, "Can I have this?" She's 5 years old. They say no. Okay, what's happening here? Repetition. This little girl keeps hearing. Now, she doesn't know anything about bills. She doesn't know, right? She doesn't know anything about that. This is a little girl who just sees something shiny. She just wants something, right? And so by her, right, by her focusing on that, asking for that, and being denied that, okay, she's gonna connect, okay, whatever reasoning she needs to for that. Maybe I'm not worthy of that. I can't have the desires of my heart. She's, again, 4 or 5 years old, right? Fourth time she goes into the store. Does the little girl ask? No. The little girl does not ask for anything. The moment this little girl knows not to ask is the moment she is conditioned. This is the moment this girl is programmed, which means that it's official now. She knows that she cannot have the true desires of her heart. Will this stop here with things in the store? No. No. You see, if this little girl grows up and continues to have this experience, how many of us went to the store? Our parents said, "No, you can't have that." Or you wanted things and your parents couldn't afford it. Or you weren't finding that, you know what I'm saying, right? Okay, this teaches a person that they cannot ask for the true desires of their heart. Now, if you don't reprogram yourself, when you go for that job, right, you get on that job. You've been on that job for 3 years, 5 years. You know damn well it's time for a raise. Is this little girl likely to ask for a raise confidently? Absolutely not. She's already been conditioned. Okay? She's already been conditioned to not ask for the things that she truly desires. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. See, we need to understand at what moment we are programmed. Okay? At what moment we are programmed. Yes, sold in NC. Let me pin this. Okay. Right. For some reason, people like to make this live religious. I don't know why. We're talking about mindset and manifestation. Okay. All right. Any questions? Does that make sense to you? Okay. Does that make sense to you? Awesome. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, good. You guys are getting it. Okay. Right. Anybody wants to join the 11:30 a.m. Eastern? Make sure you tap in. This is the meeting ID, passcode. Okay. Right. You need a raise? Okay. So what are you going to do about it? How are you going to get it? Okay. How are you going to do it, my love? Okay. So let's get to it. What traumas do you have stored in your aura? Okay. What traumas do you have stored in your aura? Right. And most of the time, again, that root chakra, that etheric aura is where those financial issues are going to be. Okay. That's where that's happening at. Okay. Your stability, your foundation of who you are. If you were bouncing around from home to home, never had a stable environment, your basic needs weren't met, that would have left trauma in that etheric aura. The one closest to the body, red in color, closest to the body. See, you're supposed to have a strong signal there. Strong. But trauma will cause distortions. Okay. Here you are leaking your life force, your life energy. Right? Leaking it. And you don't even know. Okay. You don't even know. So when it comes to money, okay, again, that root, okay, when you have traumas here, it causes a chain reaction, and now the root chakra is going to be imbalanced. And you'll know because you will experience scarcity. Okay? A fear of not having enough. Is there anybody in here that has that feeling? Scarcity, not having enough? Anybody going through that? Okay? Anybody going through that? The best thing for you to do is go out and be grounding yourself. Okay? If that's what you're dealing with, go out and ground yourself. Walk outside barefoot. I don't care the temperature. I don't care the temperature. Okay? I don't care the temperature. Okay? Trust. How many of you guys believe in the divine? I don't care what you call the divine. I don't care. All religions are welcome here. This is not a religious channel. All we need to agree on is that there is a divine. There's something greater than us that has created the sun, the moon, the stars. I didn't do that. You didn't do that. We didn't do that, right? So do we all agree that there's just a divine, something grander than us at play? Yes. How many of us believe in the divine? Raise your hand if you believe in the divine. Okay. All right. Awesome. Awesome. I love that. You should be communing with the divine every single day. You understand? Every single day. All the days of your life. You should. Okay. The divine within. All right. Okay. And source. Okay. Awesome. I love that. And so I want to let you know. Okay. I want to let you know that if you worry, okay, if you are stressing a lot, then you're not trusting in the divine. It's one thing to believe that the divine exists, and it's another to have faith in the divine. And when you worry, you are showing that you don't truly have faith. Okay? So I want to reassure you, all right, that we are here co-creating with the divine. And the divine supports you no matter what you want to do. Whatever you want to do, the divine supports you. Now, there's some of us that are here for a specific mission. And if you are disobedient, the divine will always try to push you and lead you towards that path that you're supposed to be on. Because if you have a mission, you have a duty here, then you're supposed to be fulfilling it, right? Okay, right? Some of you guys on here have a special mission. Okay. Now, we want to exude faith in the divine. Okay, so that means your relationship needs to be strong. I can tell the ones that aren't really communing with the divine on a daily basis because you will lack that faith. Okay, so this is your sign to get that communication going. All right, okay, and because the divine is leading us every single moment, there are signs and synchronicities from your ancestors and from your spirit guides and from the angels up above, leading you, guiding you. And if you aren't present, if you aren't aware, if you're overwhelmed due to anxiety and depression and things like that, then you're going to miss out on the signs and synchronicities, right? Okay. Remember, the divine wants to help us accomplish all that we desire. If you wanted to lay on the couch today and watch Netflix all day, the divine is going to help you do it. The divine will help you do that. But if you say you want to get up and change the world today, the divine too will help you do that. Okay? So it's very important that we build our relationship up with the divine. And this is an intimate relationship. It has nothing to do with anybody else. Don't let anybody else tell you how you should be talking to the divine. You see? Okay? There should be no man that comes between you and source. Okay? So you commune with the divine in ways that feel comfortable to you. You can sing to the divine if you choose. Just talking, right? Just talking like you're talking to a friend, like you're talking on the phone, right? That's what I do. Okay? You can write to the divine. You can think to the divine. But that relationship needs to be there. Okay? Do we have a deal? Type deal in the comments. This is very important. Why? Because you have a mission here. Okay? You have a mission here. How many of you guys have known since you were a child that there was something special about you? Nobody had to tell you. You just know that there was something a little different about you, darling. Raise your hand if you've known that was you. Raise your hand if you've known that was you. Okay. Yes. You all are light leaders. I call you guys my light leaders. Okay. Light leaders, listen up. Listen up. Light leaders are people who have known that there's something different about them. They've known this. There's something special about you. Okay. But light leaders are also people who are willing to do the healing that they need to do so that they can help heal this world. Light leaders are not afraid of healing work. They're not afraid of, pursuing that healing journey. Okay. They do what they need to do. Because we know that when we do the work on ourselves, we help heal the world. Your job is to focus on self, to heal thyself. And when you do that, you change the world. You change the world. Light leaders, you all should be in here today, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. If you are a light leader, you should be in here. Okay? That way, you guys, yesterday was great. You guys were asking questions. It's just really interactive. It's fun. It's free. Okay? But I can talk without being censored because this information should not be censored. Okay? It is your human right to know how to master your mind, how to manifest, and how to shift your frequency to heal yourself. Okay. But for some reason, doesn't like that. Okay. All right. 11:30 a.m. Eastern, guys. 11:30 a.m. Eastern. That's the easiest way to do that. Okay. That will be the easiest way to do that. Let me see. Okay. Take a screenshot. Give me a thumbs up when the screenshot's done. If you're on the tube, you can see it right here. You're welcome, guys. Yep. Okay. So remember, the auras are the first line of defense. So if you've ever gone through some poverty and things like that, that would have affected that etheric aura, and then therefore had a chain reaction in your root chakra. Okay. Then it has you feeling scarcity, fear of not having enough. Okay. So I told you the best thing you can do is go and ground yourself. Make sure you are grounding yourself. Okay. All right. That's going to really help you. And trusting in the divine. I just cannot reiterate this enough. I encourage all my people just to always stay in communion with the divine. Okay. Now, let me tell you, each of the auras have a specific duty. So now that emotional body aura, that's connected to the sacral chakra, right? Right above the root. So since we're talking about money, wealth consciousness, right? If you ever had guilt about receiving, if you ever had guilt about receiving, raise your hand. How many of you guys had to feel guilty about receiving something, or if you asked for something, you were maybe shamed? Okay. Oh, please don't let those fake pages get you guys. Please, guys, I run a legit business. I have a website. Okay. I would not be in your DMs trying to do it. I don't know what they're selling. Please, guys. Okay. Only my page has 91,000. If you get contacted by someone first that is pretending to be me, okay, please look at their page. Okay. Please, guys. They have gotten people. And I'm right here. So how the hell are they doing? I don't know what they're doing. Used to, yes. Okay, so if you ever felt guilty, okay, about receiving, yes, okay, or if you have like a stagnation in your creative flow, okay, this is gonna block your money. This is kind of crazy, right? If you feel blocked in your creativity, how that will have a chain reaction to the abundance that you can create in your life. Interesting, right? Okay. So if you are experiencing guilt about receiving or any creative blockages, okay, what you want to focus on is pleasure. Okay. If it was your root chakra, I need you to ground yourself. So if it's your sacral chakra, you want to tap into some pleasure. What do you enjoy doing? What makes you smile? What makes you giggle, right? What makes you feel good? Okay. And you also want to allow people to help you and support you. How many of you guys won't ask for help for nothing? I mean, you will wear yourself out thin trying to help everybody else, but you won't ask for help when you need it. That's really not healthy. Isn't that crazy? That actually has an impact on your health. It has an impact on your overall well-being. Let me tell you how that can manifest physically. This stuff goes deep, guys, and when you get in the Zoom, I'll really be able to answer everything. Don't play with this stuff, okay? Don't play with this stuff. Where's my list at? Oh, I have this stuff all mapped out, okay? Let me tell you something. That's in that sacral chakra, okay? That's in that sacral chakra. Now watch this. When you allow for that sacral chakra, if you feel like, it's uncomfortable to ask people for something, that's a sign. And if you have that, guess what? If you let that's a sign that there's imbalances in your sacral chakra. Now, what happens when you have a sacral chakra that has imbalances for a long time? Let me tell you. Oh yeah, it gets deep. causes, let me tell you what it causes. Reproductive issues, cysts, PCOS, menstrual problems, digestive problems, urinary infections, hip pain, lower abdominal pain, sexual dysfunction, kidney issues, lower back pain. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. This stuff is all connected, guys. It's all connected. That's why I teach this stuff, because it's deep. It's deep. And I'm going to teach y'all in the Zoom exactly how I help my clients. Okay? Because we ain't got time for this. Okay? I teach y'all how I help my clients. Okay, so now let's move on to the solar plexus chakra that's above the sacral. Okay, let's see what blockages you may have dealt with here. Okay, low self-worth. How many of you guys have a low self-worth? This is a safe space. All of us got something going on, okay, baby? None of us perfect. And we all won't be healed until the day that we croak. We all in this together. So this is a safe space. And we need not judge anybody ever, okay? Because we ain't been in people's shoes. How many of us deal with low self-worth? And this is a sign that there's some imbalance in that solar plexus chakra, okay, guys? Okay. If you deal with control issues, like you got to control certain situations because you just don't, it's easier for you to know what's going on. It's easier for you to have your hands on it, right? That type of thing. I used to, me, yes, right? Definitely dealt with low self-worth as a youngster, for sure. Oh, yeah. Teenage, early 20s. Oh, yes, baby. Baby, you didn't see my self-worth shift until I was ready to attract a healthy relationship. And that was, I met my husband early 30s. I just turned 30, in my 30s. So, yeah, it's a journey. Okay, you need not feel any certain way about anything. We all are going through and growing, I should say, growing through this journey. Okay, we should be grateful to have the ability to heal, to grow, right? We should be grateful. It's an honor to be able to work on ourselves and to have the time to do it, right? Yes, because some people do not have time. They don't have it. They're gone, right? It's a blessing to be here today, to have another chance and another opportunity to get it right. Okay. Don't take advantage of our time here. Okay. Now, if you are dealing with the low self-worth or the control issues, what you want to do, okay, is you want to tap into situations that can make you feel empowered. What could you do that could help you feel empowered? Right? Only you will know for you. This is where you will also set boundaries. Okay. You will also set boundaries. Okay. Learning to set those healthy boundaries are great. Okay. When you are someone who's a yes person, you've been taught to, worry about what other people think. That makes you sort of like a yes person. Imagine growing up like that and never being able to set those healthy boundaries in place. That's a problem. Right? So once you learn how to do that, that's going to really help you, okay, in that solar plexus area. The reason why, guys, we're talking about this is because this is the information that gets sent to the universe and then reflected back to you in the 3D. So if you don't like your 3D, we need to go here. You understand? We need to go here. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you guys are processing what I'm saying. Does this make sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. If you are live on YouTube, can you hear me clearly? Give me a thumbs up. Please let me know. Okay. Let's see. Sounds, oh my goodness, really? All this time? Like a robot? Oh man. Can you hear me now? Make sure you guys are showing out on TikTok. Make sure you guys are showing out. Can you guys hear me? Sounds like underwater. That's so odd. I mean, I'm trying to make sure it's good because this is going to be on the replay. No water in the speaker. You mean the microphone? How about now? Can you guys hear me any better? Okay, they said I sound like a robot. They said I sound like a robot on YouTube. I don't know what's going on. Sheesh. Okay, so I'm not sure what's going on with the sound there. Bear with me, guys. Sorry about that. Let me see. One second. Okay. Hopefully that is better. Can you guys hear me on YouTube? Okay, can you hear me? Okay. Thank you. Thank you for coming over here. Thank you. So sorry. Okay, so each of the auras are connected to a specific duty. They have a specific duty. So that's why I go through each of them because, okay, we want to see a better 3D. If you don't like your 3D, we need to change it. Okay? If you don't like your 3D, we need to change it. All right? And the way that you change it is by going within. Okay? By going within. Okay, what about the heart chakra? Okay, the heart chakra is connected to the astral aura. Okay, the astral aura. And so, how many of you guys are overgivers? Are you an overgiver? Raise your hand. Okay. Do you have a lot of resentment in your life? Okay. This too can affect your ability to receive. If you have the inability to receive, okay, this is telling me that your heart chakra has some imbalances there. Okay. And when your heart chakra has some imbalances there, okay, this is everything that I'm going through right now is affecting your ability to create the abundance that you want. We're talking about money magnetism today. So as I'm going through each of these, we're specifically talking about money. So if you have blockages with receiving, you're not going to be able to get that abundance that you desire. You will want it, but you won't receive it. Okay? All right? So if you are feeling that, if you have experienced that, then what you need to focus on is self-love. Self-love. Okay? Self-love. Balancing things in your life. Okay? And also working on and working through forgiveness. Okay? A lot of people will think that forgiveness is for the other person. You don't have to tell them anything. The forgiveness is for you because when you don't forgive, you have a hole here in your aura. And that is being reflected to the universe. And your ability to produce the relationships, the abundance, the whatever in your life, you won't be able to do it. You won't be able to do it. It's so crazy how forgiveness ties into abundance. Your ability to be a wealth magnet. Okay? All right? Okay? What about the throat? The throat chakra. This one is connected to the etheric template body aura. That light blue. Okay? So if you fear visibility, raise your hand. A lot of entrepreneurs, or people who want to be on social media, they have things that they want to talk about, but they fear other people seeing them. They don't want to get online. Raise your hand if that's you. That's telling me that there is some imbalances in that throat chakra. Okay. That's telling me that. Okay. And then if you fear, like, if you're an entrepreneur, telling people the price, right? If you always go lower, that type of thing, baby, that throat chakra is imbalanced. Okay. Throat chakra is imbalanced. We're talking about attracting abundance here. Okay. What about at work? If you just have a regular 9 to 5, if you fear asking for that raise, you have an imbalance there in that throat chakra. Okay. Is this making sense? Thank you so much, Asia. Thank you so much. Okay, I really, really would appreciate that. If everybody would just participate, that would help me so much. Okay. That would help me so much. Okay. What about the third eye? The third eye. Okay. All right. This one is connected, okay, to that celestial aura right there, that blue aura. Okay. And so you'll know, how many of you guys distrust your visions? You may have visions. You may see things. You may know things, but you don't trust it. You question yourself. You second guess yourself. You overthink. If this is you, you know that there's some imbalances there in that third eye chakra. You know that there's some imbalances there in your third eye chakra. Okay? Now, how do you fix that? Start trusting your intuition. Okay? Start utilizing faith. Start focusing, right? Being intentional. Okay? Oh, did I tell you guys what to do for the throat? If you have a fear of visibility or fear of asking for a certain price or asking for a raise, make sure you are expressing yourself, taking that chance, moving confidently towards those desires, asking for that raise, right? Just walking through those fears, expressing yourself, speaking up when you need to. Okay? Yes, speaking up when you need to, right? You have to start. So if you feel like there's a lot within, that's bad. You got to get it out of you. You have to get it out. You can even write if that is easier for you right now. Okay? You can even write. Okay? So now the crown right here, that is connected to the etheric aura, that causal body aura. Okay? Purplish in color. Okay? You'll know if it's blocked when you feel disconnected from divine source. If you feel lost, like you don't know how you're going to make your money, get your money, whatever, all of that, if you feel lost, that's a clear sign. Okay, that's a clear sign that you've lost your disconnection from source. Because when you feel connected with source, you need not want for anything. Baby, you need not want for anything. Right? Okay. This is your first time here. Make sure you hit that follow button. Okay. So what should you do here? Okay. When you have imbalances in that crown chakra, when you have holes in that etheric aura, you want to start surrendering. See, when you want to control everything, when you want to doubt things, when you fear things, you're not surrendering. You're worrying. You're stressing. Right? But when you trust in the divine, baby, you surrender. When I tell you, it is so lovely to surrender. It feels good to surrender. I love being able to surrender. I love knowing that divine has my back, baby. I love that. Who's going to do it better than the divine? Not me. Right? So you want the divine on your side. And it's a beautiful thing when you can trust in divine, right? Okay. So surrender. Know that all that is for you, it will be there for you, readily available for you, right? Yes, surrendering is key. Nashama, because we're co-creating here. And if you are always doing, and you don't surrender and let the divine do their work, you're gonna wear yourself out. And you're gonna be forcing things. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. All right. Does this stuff make sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. Right? Does this make sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. Remember, money doesn't flow through clogged chakras, right? Clogged, imbalanced chakras. Okay. Money flows through connected ones, coherent ones, properly flowing ones, right? When you get the bioscan bundle, if you get a bioscan bundle with me, for anybody who's familiar with biofeedback technology, I do bioscans. And when I do bioscans, what I do is I provide a bundle, right? It'll be 6 reports, 4 trauma reports. So on these trauma reports, right, we're looking for your traumas. What are these things that's holding you back? What are the most important things right now that's holding you back? Because we need to know right now, right? Okay. So we look at that. It tells us what those traumas are. Then we get to see where those traumas are affecting you in the body. Where in your body are those traumas sitting and making you sick? That's important. When I do bioscan, when I have the consultations with my clients, some of them are like, oh my gosh, I just went to the doctor for that the other day. Or, oh my gosh, I didn't tell anybody I was actually dealing with that. It's kind of crazy. Okay. She's the most legit on TikTok I've ever seen. Thank you, Asia. Oh my God, you're so sweet to me, girl. You're so sweet to me, girl. Thank you, honey bunch. Then I use this technology that's going to tell me, you guys, this is key. This is so crazy. How many of you guys are frequency advocates? You've been listening to frequencies. I've been listening to frequencies for about 17 years, right? This technology, it goes and it finds your traumas. It finds your imbalanced chakras. And then it's going to generate frequencies, corrective notes, personalized just for you. This is some crazy, this is some next level stuff that I be doing, okay? Because, I've been studying this stuff for too long. Baby, we ain't slow poking it over here. If I could go back, okay, I studied the mindset 22 years, been studying frequency for about 17 years, manifestation for about 17 years. If I could go back 17 years and start here with frequency, baby, I would. And I would be changing so many more people's lives. I've changed thousands of people's lives thus far. But I would have changed so many more, so much quicker. Okay, you may be next. Okay. All right. So, okay, the technology finds the corrective frequency, right? So, like, look in this example report. Okay. In this example report, it tells us, oh, this person needs this note. Is that F sharp? Okay. All right. It needs this note, right? And so when I do the bundle, right, you get 4 trauma reports. You get a chakras report. The chakras report is going to tell us what chakras are out of alignment, but also, is it overactive or is it underactive? Because we need to know. That makes the difference, right? And so you get a chakras report and you get a meridians report and you get the instrument. You get the corrective instruments, okay? Hold on. Is there anybody in here who has gotten biofeedback technology testing, scanning done on themselves? Has anybody in here done that? Okay, right now I'm listening to my custom playlist. It's an abundance playlist. Hold on. I want to show you guys the instrument. And this is what I give my clients to listen to every single day. Okay. Listen here. This is what it looks like. Okay. Hold on, guys. Let me show on the tube. Okay. The regular price for the bundle is $200, but I can do an angel sale right now for 3 people if they want it. Okay. So you just have to type angel in the comments, and then I'll lower that price just for 3 people. Okay, where did we leave off? Let me turn this down. Only say angel if you're ready to buy, because I would have to go and change the price. Only type angel if you're really ready to purchase, guys. Okay. Okay. And it'll do it for 3 people. And if it lets you check out, it lets you check out. If not, then that means you missed it this time. Okay, so what time is it? It's 10:43. Oh, I got to get ready to get off so we can prep for the Zoom. Okay. Angel. I look different. That's so interesting. Okay, so we have some people that want the angel. Okay, hold on. Who is ready? If you're ready, type ready in the comments. You got to type ready. Let me do this. I do? Let me change the price. If you're ready for the angel to sell, type ready. So I can change it. Oops. It is. Okay, it is. It's set. Okay, guys, let me wrap this up, and then we're going to get to, okay, the way that you get the bio scan. Okay, don't do that. Okay, this is the way that you get the bio scan. Okay, that's how you do that. All right. Now, Zoom is at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Okay. All right. Right here is the Zoom. Anybody that does get the scan, okay, I'm going to be talking to you guys, holding you guys after the class, and talking to you guys, answering any questions that you have about the bioscan, okay? Super excited to be scanning you guys. Again, get your screenshots. Meet me here at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, East Coast, okay? If you are live on the tube, you guys see this is the access code. Give me a thumbs up once you got that. Hey, babe. Give me a thumbs up once you, in 1 hour, in 15 minutes. I'm sorry, in 45 minutes. 45 minutes. I'm going to meet y'all on the Zoom. Oh, shoot. It's asking me to. Okay. Okay, you got your thumbs up, screenshots. I'm about to get off of here. Anybody who grabs their bio scan, okay, you will be able to stay after with me in that Zoom, okay? Really, you motivate me to translate my book from French to English. Very good. Last time you missed it, come on in. Just go there. See you in the Zoom. Yes. Okay, guys. I'm hopping off of here. Bye.